So welcome to this next film in the little series called Percy's Progress. Now Percy's about 8 months old now, and in the previous video I showed you how I started to put on a little bit of discipline and obedience with him with the wait command. Well, of course, in conjunction with that, I've also got to be developing his hunting instincts. At the end of the day, a spaniel's job is to hunt. And recently I was up in Cumbria with a friend, Fran Ardley from Tarncrag Gundogs, and she showed me this little technique to use, which I've actually been practicing with Percy, and I've actually found it really useful. So I'll just go through the stages with it. The idea of it actually is you create a little hot area of scent in a particular stick pile, or it might be an area of rough grass, and you gradually build up this process where you let the dog see the retrieves going first, he finds it, and eventually you work back to the point where they don't see the retrieve going, but you've created a command which starts them to hunt. Anyway, it'll all become clear as we go along. So the most important thing about this is that you've got to get your dog mad for retrieving and really keen on these tennis balls. I know I keep repeating this, but I actually use a red tennis ball because for a dog that's actually quite hard for them to see. So he's got to use his nose rather than his eyes visually to find these balls. So that's already helping to get his nose down and to hunt. The first part of this exercise is just to give the dog a straightforward retrieve. So they see it, go straight out, bring it back. And you're creating that little bit of a scent pattern in that area for them. So I'm just going to take Percy off the lead here. So this is going to be just a straightforward running retrieve. I'm not going to try and stop him or anything. So that's just to really get his keenness up. Good lad. Little recall whistle. Good boy, yes. Good lad. Good lad. Good boy. Good boy. So the second stage is where you throw the ball in, let them see it go, but hide their eyes so they can't actually see where it lands. So in, hide their eyes. Now he knows that's in there. Good boy. Good boy. Good lad. I'm getting some good retrieves off of him now. I'm just going to give him one more of those, just to keep building up that picture that there's something there. So in we go, hide the eyes. Good boy. Good boy, yes. Good lad. Just knock that out of his mouth. Good boy. So the third stage, if you're on your own, is to let them see the ball. He already thinks that ball's going to go in there, but this time what I'm going to do is actually throw a little bit of stick in. So show him the ball away, hide his eyes. Now he's heard that go. So at this stage there's obviously nothing for him to find. But because of the previous retrieves, he's been conditioned to think there's something there. So I'm going to let him just hunt through that for a little bit. He's looking hard for that ball that's not there. And I'm just going to drop it in. Call him back to me. Good boy. Good lad. Good boy. Good boy. Fourth and final stage is you're just going to hide their eyes. So now he's built that picture up that there's something there. I'm not even going to throw anything out this time. I'm just going to give him that. Because we repeated this, he's learnt now that noise means get the nose down, there's something there to find. Now just pop the ball in behind him. Good boy. And there you go. Good lad. Good boy. So I'm not quite there with him, but the final stage obviously is now connected that little noise with hunting and he's finding something. I'll just try him with this. We've not developed this far enough along, but it might work. So what I'm going to do now is just give him that little noise and cast him off without hiding his eyes or anything. And I'm hoping he's now going to believe there's something in there and he'll go and find it. Then I'm not going to leave him too long doing this at this stage. Ball in, call him back. Good boy, yes. Good boy, yeah, good lad. Good lad. So we've gone from straightforward retrieves, we've built that picture up, that's a little area of scent now, to the point where he's really connected that noise that I make, that noise, that, oh, I've learned that every time I hear that noise, there's something for me to find. So what we do, we'll move on to, that was obviously a stick pile, we'll move on to an area of rough grass, and just repeat that to show you the difference of how they hunt in something like that and a bit more of an open area. Good boy. As well as hunting stick piles and things like that, I've also been practicing with Percy in kind of rough grass areas. He's obviously got to learn to hunt in different areas. These red tennis balls are really good because they're not straightforward for them to see. Yeah, good lad. You want it? Good boy. I'm going to get wet now. Good lad. So remember, the next stage now is to just hold him, throw the ball in, hide his eyes. I just like to sit him on my knee, it just makes it a little bit easier. So in we go. Hide his eyes. He's keen for that now. Good boy. Good lad. Good boy. It really is a good fun game for him. I'm going to give him one more this time, a slightly different area. Call him back. Good boy. Good boy. It's absolutely amazing with those red balls. He was right on top of that then, but he just couldn't work out where it was. Good lad. Good boy. So the next stage, show him the tennis ball. Hide his eyes. Now he heard that, but obviously there's nothing for him to find. He's hitting those little pockets of scent where that ball was just now. Not going to leave him too long because it's quite warm. Ball in. Touched it, good boy. Yeah, good boy. Good lad. Good lad. Good boy. Get a little bit tired now, so I'm just going to finish off with just that hiding his eyes. Nothing going out this time. Going nicely now. Just pop the ball in. Just hitting little pockets of scent. I'm just going to move in a little bit. Good boy. Good lad. Good fella. Good boy. Good.